Marshall McLuhan was the first person to popularize the concept of a global village in 1964 and to consider it its social effects. He wrote, "Today, after more than a century of electric technology, we have extended our central nervous system in a global embrace, abolishing both space and time as far as our planet is concerned." His insights were revolutionary at the time and fundamentally changed how everyone has thought about media, technology and communications ever since. McLuhan chose the insightful phrase "global village" to highlight his observation that an electronic nervous system, the media, was rapidly integrating the planet. Events in one part of the world could be experienced from other parts in real time, which is what human experience was like when we lived in a small village. His concept raised several distinct social aspects. The basic precepts of his view are that the rapidity of communication through electric media echoes the speed of the senses. Through media such as the telephone, television, and more recently the personal computer and the internet, we are increasingly linked together across the globe, and this has enabled us to connect with people at the other side of the world as quickly as it takes us to contact and converse with those we inhabit in the same physical space in the same village. We can now hear and see events that take place thousands of miles away in a matter of seconds, often quicker than we hear of events in our villages or even families. McLuhan argues that it's the speed of this electronic media that allows us to act and react to global issues at the same speed as normal face-to-face verbal communication. McLuhan's ideas have permeated the way we think in the global village, about technology and media to such an extent that we are generally no longer aware of the revolutionary effects. McLuhan made the idea of an integrated planetary nervous system a part of our popular culture, so that when the internet finally arrived in the global village, it seems no less amazing, but still somehow in the natural order of things.
Social network is good because it connects people all around the world. Easy access and it is free. Massive amount of users are connected to each other through this cyber world. They can exchange information instantly and get to know other people even more. On the other hand, the addiction of using social network has become an ethical dilemma. Some people are using social network excessively, that they even used it everywhere, every time during their work, study, and their meal, and so on. Moreover, with the mobile application development that increased the portability of social network, thus making the users using it more frequently. Lack of anonymity when using social network can be another issue, such as scams and harassment that users often encountered.
It is hard to know sometimes how our lives have changed until we stop for a moment and look at how different it is from 10 or even 5 years ago. In recent years, social media, likely more than anything else, has significantly impacted most of our daily lives, envisioning the global conversation that has developed over the past few years because of tools like Facebook and Twitter might have been unimaginable for most people at the beginning of this decade. But social media communication tools have profoundly changed our lives and how we interact with one another and the world around us. Here are the top areas that social media has affected in our daily lives. It changed several aspects of our lives, at the way we communicate, how we meet and keep in touch with people, and also what we reveal. Social networking is a good, efficient and cheap method to remain in touch with our friends, relatives and colleagues. We can share our thoughts and views with people on social networking. It is the best way to broadcast our knowledge and views. And also, it is the cheapest method to communicate with anyone. Social networking provides exposure to people by allowing them to share their thoughts, emotions and knowledge. But we cannot neglect its negative side. Too much of social networking sites is making individual dumps. They are having social boycott. They are capable of chatting online for hours, but practically they are not able to communicate in real life. They hesitate to give their views because they are highly addicted to social networking sites and spend most of their time in the same. So they are keeping themselves away from social life. Also, it is difficult sometimes to find out the truth of the person we are talking to, whether it is fake or real. The use of its victim to a large extent. They are going away from their parents. Instead of sharing their problems and emotions to parents, they prefer to share them with a friend on social network. So they are making distance with their parents. According to Internet Business Network, there are 77% of Internet users who are looking for a job. For sure, Internet helps you to apply to jobs, but moreover, you nearly can't find a job without using the Internet access. In addition, without an email address, no one can reply to you, and it's much more cheap.
Without a love of my own.
Basically, the first type of people who are interested in online reputation management then were politicians, because they're the people most likely to have negative information about them on the internet, and they're often trying to delete that, or at least reduce the visibility of negative content. So what can you do to enhance your online reputation? Basically, there are two types of things. The first type of thing is to try to erase the negative content, either by asking the people to remove this kind of information, or maybe to sue the kind of people who are publishing this kind of information because it's defamatory or illegal. The second strategy is basically creating positive content. For instance, for a politician, it might be creating a website, creating a profile on Facebook, Twitter, or posting videos on YouTube or Dailymotion or that kind of website. And the idea is that when you're looking up your name on Google, what you want to see is basically 10 positive results on the first page. The reason is simple. Basically, when people are searching a name on Google, about 30% click on the first link, 30% click on the links 2 to 5, and only 10% go to the second page. So basically, if there is some negative information on the second page, nobody will actually be reading it. So the objective is really trying to push down negative content and to push up positive content, such as their website and their social profiles. But basically, why is it important to improve your online reputation? The thing is, for regular people such as you and I, the main part is that, for instance, when you'll be looking for a job, you know that the number of recruiters that will be looking for your online profile is going up from one year to another. In the US, for instance, this year 70% of HR workers say that they are actually looking up candidates on the internet, and more than half say that they've already turned down a candidate because of what they found on the internet. So it's very important from this point of view to ensure that when somebody is searching your name, they don't find anything negative or anything that may compromise your chances. And we're actually seeing a change here, because basically 3 years ago you would be searching a candidate on the internet and you would find pretty negative stuff that they themselves posted. For instance, you would find photographs from their latest party or that kind of things. And now candidates are increasingly shutting down everything, trying to lock down their Facebook profile, deleting messages that they posted on Twitter, so that people can't read them or can access them and infer something about their personality.